Hey, welcome
And
to another episode of Frank Presents the Play Call. I don't know what Nikki was about to do, but she's getting herself ready for what's going to happen for the next 6 weeks. We are here live and direct coming to you with the team. I'm going to start with June, bottom right corner of my screen. How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. I am alive and well. Just left some movies there talk to me. So if you guys feel like grabbing my hand, I probably won't let you in. But I'm glad to be here. Glad to see you guys. Tomorrow will be a very unique day for some. That's all I'll say about that.
put that actually on my comment.
Bree, how are you?
You know what? That's not bad. That's not a bad thing for the
Good.
season.
I'm doing really good. Doing good.
We're cracking jokes with Bree America because Bree gets transferred to California and brings hurricanes from Florida. They're about to transfer her back to Jacksonville. She's like, we sending you back. Take it with you. California ain't seen a hurricane since 1934. My father wasn't even born yet. And he was born in 1940. So that should tell you that it was Jesus and then the hurricane and then the flood that Noah built the ark and then my father was born. So, Bree, I'm glad that you're safe and you're in the house, keeping warm in that blanket under with Toby's face all over it. Now to our favorite person, the person of the hour, Nikki, how are you today?
John, how you doing, Chief?
You know how I'm doing? I'm fighting our devil. Oh shoot.
Oh, God.
Wait till golly. Golly. Hey, June, she had one job, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
got the word. I got it right. Fighting our devil.
What? Fight our battle cry.
Yeah, but I can't say it doesn't sound right. You said, how am I doing? So I'm fighting our battle cry. You get what I'm saying? It got to be the right word.
I got you.
The blue of the mighty D. Look at that remix.
Wow.
All right, listen, I'm doing great. It's Sunday. I think I'm at 19, 18 days now. 19 days, bro. It's crazy. 19 days. Anyway, go ahead, Bree, take it away. You got control. I'm gonna give you the control to share what you got to share. Let's go.
Okay, first, so we are going to. Oh, hold on. I gotta get my notebook.
Oh,
I left it in a
Okay. So in case folks were wondering why she get her notebook, in case people were wondering what Frank was talking about, it's 18 to 19 days before the big day, the big retirement, where he just watches First Take every single day.
Frank gonna be singing, "Today is a great day." Y'all know who sang that song?
Today was a good day, Ice Cube. But
okay, listen, I said what the day was, and I said great. Okay,
you just stick to your gospel R&B, please. Let us do the hip hop.
All right, come on, y'all. I'm being serious.
Now she off, and she want to be up in our face now. Look at her.
I know that's right.
Hey,
I know that's right.
America, Nikki's gonna be taking a leave of absence for the next 6 weeks. Well, she'll be with us.
What?
She'll be taking a leave of absence for the next 6 weeks. She'll resume recording with us on the 30th of September. Man, you know what? Well, I'll talk about it offline. I'm talking about, damn, man. I ain't bought my ticket yet, so I might have to buy a late one. All right, let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna just go through all of week one. Me and Frank tied with both 9 correct predictions. So you have the Texans and Patriots 20-9. Texans. Seahawks defeated the Vikings 24-13. Steelers defeated the Bucks 27-17. Packers defeated the Bengals 36-19. Falcons defeated the Dolphins 19-3. Lions defeated the Giants 21-16. Commanders defeated the Browns 17-15. Cardinals defeated the Broncos 18-17. Bills defeated the Colts 23-19. Bears defeated the Titans 23-17. Jets defeated the Panthers 27-0. Cowboys lost to the Jaguars 28-23. Ravens defeated the Eagles 20-19. Chargers defeated the Rams 34-17. Saints defeated the Chiefs 26-24, and the Raiders defeated the 49ers 34-7. So week 2 so far. So far, week 2 on Friday, we had the Giants defeat the Panthers 21-19. We had the Bengals and the Falcons tied. And on Saturday, August 19th, we had the Steelers defeated the Bills 27-15. Jaguars defeated the Lions 25-7. Dolphins defeated the Texans 28-3. Colts defeated the Bears 24-17. Bucks defeated the Jets 13-6. Chiefs defeated the Cardinals 38-10. Titans defeated the Vikings 24-16. Patriots defeated the Packers 21-17. 49ers defeated the Broncos 21-20. Raiders defeated the Rams 34-17. And the Seahawks defeated the Cowboys 22-14. And we have a Monday game, which is the Commanders versus the Ravens.
Oh, they haven't played.
Oh. Wow. That's what's up.
No, it's off. Now you said week 1, you and Frank tied. You didn't say week 2.
Yeah, I was reading, and then and then we also have Sunday's game. I didn't say week 2 yet because I'm gonna read off what everyone's standings are right now, but there's still 2 games left.
Yeah.
So right now, Frank has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct predictions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 correct predictions. And Nikki has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct predictions. And June has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct predictions. So June is leading 5. Nikki and Frank are tied, or June is leading 7. Nikki and Frank are tied with 5, and I'm behind with 4.
So
Let's go. So I'm winning.
the last 2 games gone. If it would be a tie, win out, or is June going to win regardless? Because I need to know.
So June so for the last 2 games, me and Frank picked Chargers, June and Nikki picked Saints. And then the Monday game, Frank and Nikki picked Ravens, me and June picked Washington.
Oh, so you gotta wait.
Mm.
So June went out. Let's
So-
go. Celebratory speech. Thank you guys.
So
I knew I was gonna win.
if Frank
Alright.
wins both, if Frank wins with Chargers and Ravens, he ties with June if they lost. If June wins with Saints and Washington, he wins. Frank is
Alright.
the only one that has the different teams than him to tie him.
Let's go. It's going down, bro.
No, who did June pick for the last one?
Washington,
Who I picked for the last one?
Ravens. But you and June both picked the Saints. So if the Saints win, he will be at 8, you will be at 6. So let's say the Saints and Washington loses, Frank picked the Chargers and Ravens, so then he'll be at 7 and him and June will be tied.
Yeah. Got it. I want to point this out.
Oh boy.
It's the only thing. It's only preseason, so it really doesn't matter. However, what I want to say,
Everything matters.
no, it doesn't matter.
Everything
However,
matters.
no. Okay, fine. Because it's a point what I'm trying to make. If you look at the standings, and I have the notebook, I have to pull it. June was winning the beginning of the season.
Are
And
you seriously talking about last year right now?
And then at the
Chief?
end of the season, June did not win. So it don't matter how you start.
Chase, are you seriously talking about? You know we did it for you. I didn't want to spill
No,
the
oh my
beans.
God.
Didn't want to spill the beans.
June.
We wanted to get you your first jersey, so we
And
did what
you know
we
what?
had to do.
It is. I'll tell you this. I have to send pictures to other people just in case I'm not physically there. And the picture I decided to send is with my jersey on. So I truly appreciate it. However, June, the truth that set us free. You start good, just like the Eagles did, and when it mattered,
Well, I mean, Hey, at least we made it. We made it there.
Oh
We
my
made it there.
Jill is a joke. Da-da-da.
It's all good, Chief.
Shut up.
Hey, just remember all these conversations.
Jill, it's a freaking joke. We're friends.
I know. It's just remember the conversations. I just want you to never forget. Never forget. Remember that. Ain't that right, Frank? Never forget.
Never forget.
Whatever.
Never forget.
Say 3 times
Never forget.
in the mirror. Yep.
Can't breathe.
Not about to do really. Until you mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, he's right. All right, what we got first, Bree? What we got first?
In real life.
We could talk about so far what we've seen in week 2 if you want to kick it off. Week 2 predictions. Week 2 preseason.
I think the biggest thing for me was the way the Patriots and Green Bay ended.
Mhm.
So for the people that didn't watch or haven't seen, one of our guys, safety, was hit, or DB was hit by another player, one of our defense players going for a tackle. I think his thigh hit his helmet. He was knocked out instantly. Like he got punched in the head and was gone, sleep. He did regain conscious. He was moving, but they decided to cart him off the field to take him to the hospital. And he was having feeling to his extremities. So that's a good sign, but they wanted to check him anyway. The reason I bring it up is because the referee comes out and it says that both coaches have decided to end the game, being that there's no real purpose in these games. Like basically it's a preseason game. They decided to end the game. Patriots win because they have the higher score and for the safety of the players. So what I wonder, and I didn't have time to research it, is that going to be something moving forward that they do when somebody's concussed or on the field because of Damar Hamlin? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to just end the game? Because
I think if it's with that severity of it, they probably both talked and came to the sensation because it was still 10 minutes and 21 seconds left on the clock. That what if that happened to somebody else within those 10 minutes, you know?
Was it just a preseason game that they did that for?
Mhm.
What does it matter? You see what I'm saying? Either way it goes, I do think that's big, and that's a big, big thing because like I was talking to my wife, Nikki, and she was saying, you know, concussions and stuff like that, that's part of the game. So are they going to do that every time somebody gets concussed or knocked out? You know,
No, I don't think so. Because remember the Eagles on Thursday when we watched the Eagles game, that person who had hit his neck and his head, like they put him on a stretcher, but he gained consciousness fast enough and was able to, talk and, move. So they were able to be like, okay. But I think with your player yesterday, he was knocked out sleep, Frank, for a while.
Yeah. I mean, he was moving by the
So
time.
I think it comes with the severity of how hard the hit was and how fast they gained consciousness.
Okay, so now my question to the group is this. Let's say, hypothetically, this is the norm moving forward. How do you think it's going to impact games? Because if you remember, when Damar Hamlin died on the field, literally, the Bengals were up on the Bills. And the only thing they did, the difference was they suspended that game and later on came back, said it wasn't going to get replayed. These people said, "No, we ain't replaying nothing. That's it, ended." How do you think that's going to affect the league moving forward? I'll start with Nikki because she had this look on her face and I want to get her input. Plus her lip gloss is popping. Go ahead.
My lip gloss is popping. Okay. Honestly, I think Bree kind of touched on it a little bit, right? Where we at in the season? It ain't started. You get what I'm saying? The preseason game holds really no weight. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it a few years back, they weren't even doing joint practices with teams, right? So they're trying to develop and and try different things, right? So I mean, preseason game has always been there, but there's really it holds no type of weight. I think the idea of preseason game compared to joint practices, they get to put some pads on, like real pad, right? So why allow something to get any worse. It was funny because I went to the game with the Jags and the Cowboys, and at certain parts, I'm like, damn, they hitting hard for it to be just a preseason game. And I had to remember, like, sometimes what you do every day for X amount of time, it's hard to be like, oh, it's just a preseason game. You play just as hard because you practice how you play, right? Mm-hmm. So I say all of that to say that there's no reason to hold on the game. Who cares who wins? You know what I mean? It's more for people to showcase what they got, right? It's more for coaches to decide who's going to be what or where. And we can see that without having to always have somebody on the stretcher. Let's be honest, by the before halftime, third quarter, you kind of already know this person can, it don't matter how long the game go, this person ain't gonna do anything more explosive, So I see it as a mature thing to do. The real question is, like you try to pose during the regular season, with Hamlin, it was his first time. I mean, that was the first time we seen something. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've always seen hits, but you know what I'm saying? Like the way it happened, and where the coaches just had to take a stand. You're going to have to say, we don't wish, knock on wood, stuff like that to continue to happen, but how are we going to address it? That's really the real question, not preseason. Preseason doesn't really matter. Let's be honest. If they wanted to call it quits in halftime, it would have sucked for us, mm-hmm. But it does them no better or worse, But how will we handle such situations if it happened during preseason? I mean, during regular season, because they can. That's the real question.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see with that. June, you got anything on that?
No, I mean, I think the whole stoppage of the preseason game thing, I mean, it's just too early for like I don't know, unwarranted chaotic drama, so to speak, so let's just end it now before it gets any bigger, and let's just move forward. But no, nothing on that. I think Nikki and Bree hit it right where it needs to be.
Yeah, I think so too. I found it weird yesterday. We were all shocked. But as far as preseason, those games, that's what I've seen. I mean, like Nikki said, this is really for who's going to make the team, who's not. These head coaches ain't going to show their hands. They're not going to show you the plays. They're going to keep it very generic, very whatever. So that was the biggest thing that I took away for it. And maybe Bree will cover it when she goes through her part. But that's all I got for mine. Whoever want to go next.
But like Nikki said too, I mean, I think the preseason is showcasing that since the joint practices, the starters are already doing their thing. Like if it was preseason, it's just not being televised. And then preseason, it's just like, all right, let me see if you're gonna make the team, cuz.
Yeah, preseason for us, it's not, for them, it's just more practice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. More practice for us to iron out bullshit ass kinks. Because some of these teams, well, okay, I can't even say some. I'm really just talking about because I ain't paying attention to anybody else really. But with these penalties, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Why you keep having the same damn false start penalty, right? So it's also a way. I know what's his name? Trayvon Walker said during one of his interviews that because they asked a similar question, and he was like, for preseason for me, this is his second year, right? So he's like, preseason for me is now where I can put in a little bit more effort. He said when we're doing like joint practices or like where I'm practicing amongst my teammates, like I'm not giving it, like, I'm giving it my all, but I don't want to hurt the person right across from me. That person right across from me is still on my team, right? And not that they want to help hurt the person across from them on another team, but then that competitive nature comes out. You're not overly competitive against somebody against your team. You would hate for me to be competitive against June and he is my starter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's another way for them to kind of, oh man, this person likes to go off on his left. Let me perfect that, I know June's temperament. I know Frank temperament. I know Bree temperament. I don't know the next person. So that's another thing for them, you know. And like he said too, sorry. He also said some of these teams they don't see during the regular season. You know what I mean? So that's another way to tap into somebody else's skills that you might not see. We see our 4 teams twice a year, right? So I kind of know how this person plays. I kind of know how that person plays. So I can perfect that. But how about this other person that I don't know that I might see it on, you know? Or somebody else has that same typical style of playing, you know? So preseason is just to iron out kinks. It's not the time for people to be getting pulled from stretcher. And on top of that, I don't know if this is normal, but to me, a lot of people have been getting hurt or need to get out or injured, you know, and it's like shit, ain't shit start yet, for real. You know, so I think calling it quits when they did was actually it's neither great or neither bad.
Yes, I agree. The third string for the Bucks quarterback got put on the stretcher for a concussion, and then a lot of people got injured. Eagles had 2 players that were also put on stretchers in the game against the Browns. So, what, Nikki?
You said Eagles, and then I don't know, a clip in my head. Did y'all see the clip of that fat dude in the Eagles who was trying to catch the brown person? The person was long gone past, and he just threw.
Yo, it was a defensive lineman, and he was trying to catch the runner, and like the runner had to beat by 3 yards. This dude just dove, like he just dove out.
So let me tell you guys something. So I put that clip up there last year on the podcast, and I said when you give it 100% all effort, you know, you just don't stop. You know what I mean? That's the definition of giving it all 100% of the time.
An Eagles fan would say that.
Yes,
Just saying.
dude was down the street when dude dove. Like,
I think that clip came from Super Bowl 52.
he literally tackled air. Okay,
That was a Super Bowl 52 play right there.
I mean, hey, listen, you know, it's funny how Bree, you know, it's funny how people with one ring, you know what I'm saying?
See? Hey, I wasn't even. Hey, you know, you sound like a cop. That's what a Cowboys fan would do. I
No,
would say, you know, bring multiple
my
rings,
God, you hurt my feelings.
multiple rings.
Please, listen.
I'm just telling you where it came from.
Oh
The
my
clip came from Super Bowl 52.
So no, it don't sound like he doesn't sound like a Cowboys fan, because the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, I wasn't even born yet, right? And Cowboys fans look like this, right? 5. Patriots and Steelers look like this.
Yeah, it's enough to go around.
Hey, like I said, that's the that's the first thing they say. Oh man, you know, never made it to the playoffs in a while. But hey, I got so many Super Bowl rings though.
No.
Never made it to the playoffs in a row, because my team made it to the playoffs 2 years ago.
So did mine.
Yeah.
So did
Little
mine.
by little. It's like you see that decline, like if it was a graph.
But no, I'm just correcting what you said. You said haven't made it to the playoffs in a while.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the future. That trend is starting to sit.
I could have sworn we got blown out by the Bills just 2 years ago in the playoffs. I just want to say they was the wild card round. I'll be honest.
Yeah, the playoffs is the playoffs.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Well,
my team has also had 16 years of consecutive winning seasons.
Yeah,
can't
that's where
relate.
it stops.
That's,
I guess
you
that's
said that.
just-
And you said that last year when I said
No, I
15,
did not.
and yes, you did. And you said
No,
that's
I
where it
did not.
stops because we don't have Ben under center anymore. Do you remember?
No, I didn't say that.
She was like,
And it just-
Remember, my memory is a lot more fresh than yours. So
Hey, you know what? Just hope that Rudolph gets you guys there. Whatever his name is.
it ain't Rudolph. It ain't Rudolph. So all right. So next
what's his
we
name?
have.
What's your
next
backup's
we
name?
have
I'm just curious.
my backup,
Yeah, what's his name?
Trubisky.
The one that the
You-
third.
the third string quarterback.
Mason Rudolph, he's our third string, but he's not getting
Oh,
us
Rudolph,
nowhere.
that's what it is.
Yeah, but you said make sure Mason Rudolph gets you there. He ain't getting us nowhere.
I get him and Pickett, mix.
For what? Pickett knows how to win games. Pickett knows how to win games. Okay, like I said, Pickett knows how to win games. So our next topic that we have is oh, I just lost it. Where'd it go?
It got real deep.
All right. So the Patriots signed former Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott to a 1-year deal worth up to $6 million.
We ain't talking about this.
No,
He's gonna help the
Like
Patriots win the
3
7th ring.
so man, going off what I saw yesterday, it doesn't matter who we have behind in the backfield. We don't have a wide receiver one. If
y'all need to just green 42,
I'm
blue
being
42.
honest, I'm being honest. Listen, Zeke is going to be great for the goal line. I think we got this last time. Goal line defending, in the 20, he's going to be great. He's probably going to have 10 touchdowns this season because he's going to be used where he's going to be needed. That big body in the goal line. My issue and with Zeke's, it doesn't matter if we can't get the ball downfield. If we can't spread that ball and get it downfield and get into the red zone, it don't matter what Zeke can do. We ain't going to be able to use him. So I think it's a good look. I think he brings experience at the running back position. And on the Patriots, he doesn't have to be the main workhorse because you got Ramondre Stevenson in there, and they had another kid last night in there looking good. So Patriots have no problem doing running back by committee. But the problem is going to be is we can't even throw the ball downfield. If I'm a defense and I'm not worried about you throwing the ball downfield, I can stop the run. So I think look, he cut his hair.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, because
He cut all his hair off.
Belichick
Back
said
to his college days.
Belichick was like, you got to get in grooming standards. You know what I'm saying? So, and he asked for his no shave shit too. But either way it goes, he looks great. I'm excited.
You guys picked up a good offensive lineman. I think he's gonna serve you guys right. I mean, I think that's who else you guys picked up. You guys picked up somebody else.
We got Juju.
Gesicki and Juju.
Juju, that's what it was.
Gesicki.
Yeah.
Gesicki. So you got Gesicki and Hunter Henry out there. I just don't look. We all every team besides mine that's on here because you're Jags, Steelers, and Eagles have a wide receiver one that can spread the field. Y'all got 2 wide receiver ones on the Eagles that can spread the field. So it helps when a defense has to think of, if I let this person get behind me, can they beat me? But when I'm not worried about that, because you don't really have a solid wide receiver one, then I can load the box up with 8 to stop the run. If I'm confident enough that my secondary can go man to man, then I'll load up 8 in the box and stop. So that's my concern moving forward for my team. I don't think that and like you said, I'm glad you said it, an offensive lineman in Zeke, right? You get the blocking, you get the extra body in there. So I don't know, but to me, it's a great ad. I think it's dope, but Brady's not in the center, man. Them glory days are over. So, bringing somebody in like that 10 years ago, I'm like, oh shit, we gonna win the Super Bowl. Now I'm like, can we be the 3rd best team in the AFC East? That's what I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, can we get to 9-8, not a losing season? That's what I'm hoping for. Can Bill O'Brien get Mac Jones to be the Mac Jones of his rookie year, not last year? So we'll see. We'll see.
Next, we have Dalvin Cook signed a 1-year deal worth up to $8.6 million with the New York Jets.
Good for him.
Oh, yeah,
That's gonna be scary.
I got so much to say. I'm trying to wait.
That's gonna be scary. I don't really have much to say. I'm excited to watch the Jets this season to see how they do. Their entire offense is it's a scary offense, I'm excited to watch them. As Frank, I know that's your division.
Listen, I'm gonna let you. gonna save mine for last. I'm gonna save mine for last because I'm telling you, I'm there's something there. Go ahead, June. What you got on that?
The only thing I have on that, I mean, I can't really sit here and poke holes on the amount of talent that they have, right? The only thing I could just sit here and say is now the pressure is really on the coach. It's not even on Rodgers anymore. It's not on their players. Now you're adding another superstar. So by adding another superstar like Dalvin Cook, now the spotlight will 100% be on the head coach, because if that doesn't work, buddy, you're gone. There's no other way to put it, in my opinion. I think so. If it doesn't work, it doesn't click. If you can't get it right with Rodgers, so to speak, and Dalvin Cook and the rest of the other young stars in that team, and the rest of the Packers that they brought over, then I think 110% now the pressure is 100% on the head coach. And that's all I gotta say about that. It's not even on the players. It's no hate on the players. I don't even know what to say.
Wow. So, man, Rodgers is doing something that he's never done before. He's being involved with the team. He's talking to players.
He got an offense that he wants to work with.
He's got what he wants. The only question going for the Jets moving forward is that offensive line. That's the only concern, is the offensive line. If that offensive line cannot protect Rodgers, then it's going to create problems. But with Dalvin Cook in the backfield, it gives him that check down if need be. Because we know he can run the ball. We know he can catch the ball. We know what he can do. So I feel, man, look, I told G today, I said the Jets look scary if they can figure it out. If the Jets can figure it out, I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised. Their defense is top 5. Last year, they got some dogs out there, rookies this year. If that defense is a top 5 defense this year, and they're coming back with the offensive rookie of the year, they got Lazard, they got Randall Cobb, they got anybody else. They got Dalvin Cook, and they had a good running back already. Their tight end is probably straight. And if Rodgers goes out there and does minimal, who's the OC? The OC, that OC he has is the OC he won 2 MVPs back-to-back with. So if Rodgers can go out there and not screw the game away, bro, the Jets could be scary this year. And the bad thing about the AFC is that there are so many great teams that because you can't have everybody going to the playoffs, not every team's not going to get in. And if you look and you break down divisions, in the AFC East, I put the Patriots last. You got Bills, Dolphins, and Jets that all can make a run. In the West, you got what? Mahomes, Chargers. So you got the Chiefs, the Chargers that can make a run. In the South, you got the Jags. You know what I'm saying? The Jags they talking about Jags might be the number 1 seed. And Trevor might win his MVP based on the schedule and everything they got going on. Second year under Doug Peterson. And then in the North, you have the Bengals, you have the Steelers, you have the Ravens, and the Browns. All 4 of those teams are built to make a run. So it's like, bro, the Jets with Dalvin Cook, if they can, like you said, the coaching can figure it out, and they can protect him and get that offensive line working, bro, we already know Aaron Rodgers don't throw picks. What is he doing? He don't throw picks like that. You know what I'm saying? So if he can control the picks and let the defense do their job, bro, the Jets gonna be a problem. Gonna be a problem.
I don't know. I think right now, for my mind is not to underestimate, but not to overly, like, just keep my expectation managed. Oh my gosh. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because I go back to a few years, right? where I felt like the Browns and y'all heard me say this before. America, y'all heard me say this before. But if you didn't, I'm saying it now. I thought the Browns was stacked. I thought they had everybody in the team that they needed. And they were gonna be I'm not even gonna say a team to beat, but a team to put a lot of other team on notice. And they weren't. Like it was more embarrassing than what we thought it was going to be. Now, do I think they have talented players? Yes. Do I think with the talented players' name and what they've done in the past, and not even in the past, not like past years, like of years, just, they've been consistent and we know who they are. The problem is, or the question is, does that transfer over in a new scheme with new people, with a lot of new things, right? Do I think they're going to struggle a little bit? Yes, that's with change. There is a lot of adaptation that has to happen. So I don't know. I don't have high, but I don't have low. I'm not going to just throw them like, oh shit, they're not going to be nothing. I don't know. I think that it might be a little bit of growing pains, and until that might be figured out, y'all will be here to watch it, because I won't till October, but
Yeah, October 1. Yeah, you'll watch October 1. I don't know, Bree.
What was the question? I had a package.
Are looking scary, and I said, but everything they got, if they can get that offensive line figured out, and Rodgers doesn't turn the ball over like that. If you minimize the turnovers and you just be efficient with a top 5 defense, they can run the table. The Jets can go all the way. Nathaniel Hackett, June, that's the OC. Nathaniel Hackett. He was his OC in Green Bay. Like, the Jets have done everything to give Rodgers what he needs to be successful, and Rodgers has done what he needed to do to get what he needs. He gave back $35 million of guaranteed money to the team to bring Dalvin Cook. He's asking them to bring Bakhtiari in, but the Packers already said that's not happening. They're not giving up Bakhtiari, which is their offensive lineman that he likes from Green Bay. It's, again, and I agree with Nikki when she's saying that this is a new offensive coordinator. So, but the biggest thing about that whole thing is that Rodgers and him have a connection. So does Lazard and Randall Cobb.
Mm-hmm.
So you have veterans there to be able to talk to these players and say, "Hey, listen,
that's why I feel like they're kind of a scary offense, especially in your division, because of the fact that Rodgers has his most reliable wide receiver, or his second most, because he had Devontae Adams, and then if Devontae Adams was covered, he had Lazard. So he has a wide receiver that he's super comfortable with, right? He has better offensive weapons with the offensive rookie of the year in Garrett Wilson. He has another wide receiver that just won offensive rookie of the year. He also has Nathaniel Hackett, who was his offensive coordinator when he was super successful in Green Bay. So I do feel like they're going to be scary. It might take a little bit of time to adjust, but I feel like once they finally adjust after week 1 or 2, it's going to click for them really well. They played the Bills week 1. And the way that Josh Allen was throwing all starters in the first half of the game was not good. And if the Jets defense could put pressure on Josh Allen like they did, like the Steelers did yesterday, it's not going to be a good look for Josh Allen.
I mean, this is why we do these preseasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll, not only him, all teams will buff out. Have you seen, looking of the years, a team that wins all the playoff games, or a team that loses all the playoff games, but still succeed?
Preseason?
I mean, yeah, I don't know why I say playoff. Preseason game, and still succeed throughout the season. You know what I mean? It's a snapshot, but it's a flawed one, right? You can't base off of what, and I'm not saying that because they lost or the team that they played won. I'm just saying that we can't put heavy emphasis on how certain people play during the preseason. I mean, we can just only hope, because to say that about Josh Allen, since I can remember, they've always made it to postseason.
Yeah, that's what. No, but I was saying is the pressure. Like if the Jets defense on week 1 can put as much pressure on Josh Allen like the Steelers did in this last week's preseason, it's not going to be a good look for the Bills.
Right.
Yeah, I think they'll get it together by the regular season. I think I don't know. I think you take more risks. You always take more risks in the preseason, so I don't know. I don't think that the I don't know. I got my opinions about Josh Allen. And I was correct all last year and the year before that. But we'll see.
Okay. June, what you said about Josh Allen that you was right? I don't know.
I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said that Josh Allen is a great quarterback. He folds under pressure, and he will not get the team to the Super Bowl. And he proved to me exactly that every time the game was on the line. And I think the biggest game that he proved is that I take it back when it was me, Bree, and Frank. And you
Vikings
were yep. When he did all that stuff in the end zone. And I think that solidified what my thoughts about him were. I didn't say he was garbage or anything like that at all. So that's not what I said. I just thought that under pressure, he folds. He makes a lot of mistakes, and when he puts the game on his back, instead of putting the game strategically where it's supposed to be with the rest of the players, and he puts it on his back, he makes a lot of critical mistakes and causes the team the game.
Okay, I'm just asking.
All right. Next, now we have week 3. So I'm gonna post week 3 on here. All right. So on Thursday we have Steelers versus Falcons. Frank.
I'm going Steelers.
Nikki.
Who did Falcons just play and won?
They didn't. They tied with the Bengals.
What was the score?
13-13.
All right, I'm gonna go Steelers.
June.
The Falcons 47-0. Just kidding. I'm going to the Steelers.
I already wrote down Atlanta. See, this is why I mess up on your predictions, because I scratch out everything and I don't know what team it is.
Jeez, relax. Just a game. Just preseason.
No, I'm saying when I'm writing it down.
I'm kidding. I know.
I'm gonna stop
playing around. I'm gonna go with my first team from now on.
Look, I have like this much space to write down your team name. So if you say this team and then change it, I gotta scribble it out. I'm going Steelers. Okay, then we have the Colts versus Philadelphia. Frank.
I'm going Eagles.
Nikki.
The Colts against Philly?
Yes.
Going Eagles.
I knew she was.
Jim.
Going with the Philadelphia Kelly Green Eagles. Super Bowl 52
I'm also going Eagles. Okay, next we have Panthers at Lions. Frank.
Going Lions.
Nikki.
Lions.
June.
Lions.
I'm going Panthers. Next we have New England at Tennessee. Frank.
I'm gonna go Pats.
Nikki.
This one's hard.
Right. It's hard.
Pats.
June,
I'm going Pats.
I'm gonna go Titans. Next, we have Chargers at San Fran. Frank,
49ers.
Nikki,
Niners.
June,
I'm going San Fran.
I'm going Chargers. Sorry, Samantha. Next we have the Seahawks at Green Bay. Frank,
Hawks.
Nikki,
Gino.
June,
I'm going with Jordan Love.
Packers,
Packers.
I'm gonna go Seahawks. Next we have Arizona at Minnesota. Frank,
Vikings.
Nikki,
Kurt.
Won't be playing.
That's what I'm going with.
Kurt. You said Kirk or Kurt?
Kurt.
Kirk. Okay. Because I thought
No,
she was saying
Kirko.
Kurt Warner. I thought she was think about Kurt Warner. June,
Yeah, I'm going with little Kirko.
Vikings.
Yes.
I am as well. Next, we have Browns at Kansas City. Frank,
Chiefs.
Nikki,
Kansas.
June,
I'm going with the Browns.
Okay, I'm with Kansas City as well. Next, we have the Bills at the Bears. Frank,
Bills.
Nikki,
You know, Bills got the worst fans, but I'm going to Bills.
June,
I'm going with the Bills.
I'm with Chicago.
Oh, hold on. My bad. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, leave me there. Leave me there.
Next, we have the Jets at the Giants. Frank,
I'm going with New York now. I'm probably go Giants. I mean,
Nikki,
yeah, Giants fine. Giants.
Giants. Okay, Nikki.
I'm going Saquon.
Okay, June,
I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets is not terrible.
I'm going Jets as well. Bengals at Commanders. Frank,
Bengals.
Nikki,
To be determined. The banks. The
June.
stores won't be ready.
Going with the Bengals.
I'm with Washington. Next, we have the Ravens at Tampa Bay. Frank,
I'm going Tampa.
Nikki,
The Ravens.
June,
Yeah, I'm going Ravens as well.
I also went Ravens. Okay, next we have Miami at Jacksonville. Frank,
I'm gonna go Jags at home.
Nikki's going Jags.
Ooh, ball.
June,
What I was still
I'm going.
fucking Bree. What June said?
no, you were still talking, so we stopped talking.
Yeah.
I was just saying Duval.
June,
I'm going with Doug Peterson and the Jaguars.
I also went Jacksonville.
What?
Next, we have the
Everybody?
Ravens versus Cowboys. Frank,
I'm going Cowboys.
Nikki?
I'm going Raiders.
June?
Going Raiders as well.
I'm also going Raiders. Okay. Ow. Okay, then we have the Rams at the Broncos. Frank,
Going Broncos.
Nikki,
Broncos.
June,
The Broncos, they're gonna keep riding.
That was funny.
I'm going Rams. And then last we have the Texans at New Orleans. Frank,
Saints.
Nikki,
Who?
Texans at New Orleans.
I got a question. How the Texans been playing?
They've been playing pretty good, pretty decent. They beat the brakes off of the Pats week 1. And then week 2 they lost to the Dolphins.
Girls preseason. What does it matter?
I know, but you know it hurts because it's preseason. I know that. I don't know. I think I want to support the Texans, but they're in my division, so I'm torn. Like I ain't picking nobody in my division. I'm going to Texans.
June,
I'm going Houston.
and I'm going the Saints. And that is our week 3 preseason predictions. We have 2 more games, one today, one tomorrow for week 2. So next weekend we will discuss the winner of the week 2 predictions. Okay. Now we have I have 2 pictures and then I have a game and then we have the tiers. So the first pictures, the first 2, I'll just put them all together. Okay. All right. So this one says, if the NFL had to retire a jersey number league-wide, which number would they pick and who would they be honoring? So you have Brady at number 12, Taylor at number 56, Manny at number 18, White at number 92, Brown at number 32, Rice at number 80, Peyton at number 34, or other. So we'll go each like one by one and see which number would they pick to retire league wide and who. Like who and what number. So we'll start with June. You can pick any of the 7 from the list, or if you want to pick somebody else, you can.
I think Andrew Luck definitely deserves it. Just kidding. Gotcha. That was based off of the previous podcast that we had. I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, it's kind of funny. I'm kind of stuck here, but I don't know. I would have to say Jim Brown. Jim Brown. Obviously everything that he's done, and I know he won the title with the Browns. He had other stuff going on as well, and I know he passed away this year.
Yeah.
And he didn't get, to me, I didn't think there was enough noise around that, which I thought was kind of interesting in a negative way. So, but I would have to say him.
I have a question. Did the Browns end up retiring his number from their
Not yet.
organization?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Because I know they did with Franco's number 32 the week after he passed away. Yeah. All right, Nikki.
I mean, I don't know. I guess everybody on here, I don't know who Taylor is.
You know Lawrence Taylor?
And who's white?
Nikki, you got some more homework to do. I know you're going through the Chiefs season, but you have homework. You have lots of homework. Especially on Taylor. You have homework on Taylor. You do. I know, you do. Like, oh. Frank, don't cut that out. Who would you pick?
One, I think at least the people here, meant something to the league, to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I don't know Taylor and White. So, all of them, except Taylor and White.
Frank?
So I know a lot of you guys think I'm gonna go with the obvious choice, right?
That's,
I feel like if
you
they
know
would,
what? Mine is Rice.
but I feel like, but with Frank, the obvious choice, you're saying Tom Brady with the 12, right? But there's two TBs that can retire the number 12 league wide. So you got Terry Bradshaw, who won 4 Super Bowls back to back, who was iconic, and you have Tom Brady. So I feel like if they retired to number 12, it should be TB 12 times 2.
So I appreciate that. I'm going Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor has 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. Nikki, I don't expect you to know who he is. I was looking shocked when you said you didn't know who him or White was, but I got to understand that when you started watching football, Lawrence Taylor had been long gone already in the Hall of Fame. But he's the only defensive player to ever win an MVP. If you watch The Blind Side, which we talked about, the Orr situation, he is the reason why the left tackle gets paid so much money, because he's the one that took out Joe Theismann in the game. Lawrence Taylor was a defensive player that can take over a game and win the game for you, essentially. So what we saw Aaron Donald do in the Super Bowl against the Bengals, terrible offensive line, he was doing that shit to great offensive lines. Like, and by the way,
he ran, or he walked so Aaron Donald could run.
Exactly. And by the way, he did that while either coming off a hangover from being in the club the night before or doing drugs the night before, because he was a drug addict. And that's the power that Lawrence Taylor had in the game. That's not to discount what Peyton did as a running back for Chicago. What Brown did, not only for the game of football before they merged the NFL and the AFL together, but as an activist. He gave up his football career to be an activist and fight for the rights of African Americans. So that's big. Rice, who was voted in 2011 as the overall player, number 1 player, top 100 overall of all time. Manning, who is a Manning. White, who used to toss people with one arm, like offensive linemen tossed them. Like they would throw him. He would throw him off the field. And then Brady with his 7 rings. But Lawrence Taylor, to me, you haven't seen a defensive player play like him since. Mm-mm.
On this list, I pick Lawrence Taylor at number 56. I would have picked Brady if they put Bradshaw and Brady. But now I'm going to spin it. Now we're going to do team-wise. If they could retire 2 numbers from your organization, what numbers and who? So I'll go first, and I'll say 12 for Terry Bradshaw, and then 43 for Troy Polamalu.
Oh, 12 for Brady and the Patriots. They got him in the Bucks there, and I don't like that. He only played what 2 seasons there.
Mm-hmm. I think they did that like on purpose, you know.
Yeah, but then
To
again,
see if
Brady signed a contract with the Patriots when he retired and retired as a retired as a Buck. So
Hold on.
what? What happened?
My house has started shaking.
Oh, that's the wind
Was it thunder? Was it thunder?
and lightning.
No,
Because me and June ain't there.
Yeah.
no. Like my desk just started like moving and like everything started like moving.
Are you hearing like
All right.
a horn playing? Like a service?
Mm-mm.
Did it stop?
Yeah, it stopped. I just got a ring notification.
What it said?
Did anyone else feel that earthquake?
That was an earthquake? Wow, y'all. This happened live. Bree actually experienced an earthquake while recording this podcast. This is crazy. Wow. Well, Bree, they said move to California, they say.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Earthquake and hurricane at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, so Brady for 12 for me on the Patriots.
I
And
told my mom.
I'll probably go Troy Brown's number. I think it was 80. He played defense and offense. I don't know much about the old Patriots players, so but Brady and maybe Troy Brown.
June? Nikki?
Brady.
Oh, my mom's FaceTiming me. Hold on.
Brady.
But what about for your team?
For my
Oh.
team, it'll be number 5. Just because it's my favorite number. And number 50. That was Telvin Smith number. I liked him. Just the number, not really the person. You know what I mean? 5's my favorite number. And 50, like, that was my first year in football, and he was it for me.
June, what about you?
Brian Dawkins. You know.
Mm.
I still, I don't know. I like everything he did and everything he's still doing for the team.
All right, and next, all right. So as we know that Anthony Richardson was named the starting quarterback for Week 1 with the Colts. So Fox or NFL on Fox, since 2017, the Colts had a different starting quarterback for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 years. That's crazy. I just, just looking at it is when the season starts, you really don't think about it that much until you see it on paper.
Hold on.
So 2023, Anthony Richardson, then Matt Ryan last year, then Carson Wentz in 21, then Phillip Rivers in 20, Jacoby Brissett in 19, Andrew Luck in 18, and then Scott in 17. That's wild.
That's why they're struggling. No consistency. Because it was that 2021, there was no reason for them to get rid of him.
Carson Wentz?
Yeah, he did well. I didn't
When you have
continue.
owner, though. When you got an owner that's toxic and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
What I'm saying there was no reason. Like,
Word. But word. All those players, right?
Mm-hmm.
with the exception of Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan, because I feel they was already over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Luck had a poor offensive line and was getting hurt. Jacoby Brissett was recommended to the Patriots by the big tuna, Bill Parcells himself. So you saw something in him. And he had moments of flash where he could win a game. But if you look at this, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you have different starting quarterbacks. That's 7 different quarterbacks. How do you expect your team to build any continuity, your receivers to build any continuity, your offensive line to build any continuity, your offensive coordinator to be able to come up with a game plan that fits the strengths of a quarterback when you're constantly changing the quarterback? Carson Wentz had a better season than Peyton Manning had as a quarterback his first season in the league for the Colts. If the Colts would have got rid of Peyton Manning after his first year, the Colts would never win a Super Bowl afterwards because Peyton Manning wouldn't be there. So when do you give a player time to develop? My issue with, especially with Carson Wentz, I just feel Carson got in his head in the Eagles after they won the Super Bowl without him, and he didn't do what he had to do. But the Eagles would have never been the number 1 seed that year if it wasn't for Carson Wentz and what he was doing to play. People forget that Carson Wentz was in the MVP conversation that year.
Should have won it.
Exactly, but he got hurt. And why did he get hurt? Doing too much. Running the ball in for a touchdown and messed up his knee. When he could have just...
Against the Colts.
Yeah, so you got a player like that, give him time. Give him time. Develop. Let him get back to normal. You know, I feel like we sometimes forget that these players, these athletes need mentors, those sort of coaches. And that's what they're there to do, is to coach them up, to help them find their strengths and improve their weaknesses. And this just shows you that this organization, this owner, because he's the owner at the end of the day, he can have a GM, but he's the owner of the team. He writes the checks. Doesn't know how to run a team. No consistency. None whatsoever. None. None whatsoever.
My question is, how would you have developed Carson Wentz anymore?
Mentally. I think he struggled mentally, and his success that he had that year with the Colts, to me, was enough to get him over the hump to continue that mental success. And by doing what they did after that season, it just brought him right back down, in my opinion, when they transferred him over to Washington. And now to me, I think he's battling that mental development again.
No, at this point, it's sad to say, not that it's true. He's washed up. He's done.
He made a lot of money. He made a lot of money, I'll tell you that. And he got a Super Bowl ring. So,
And when he got hurt, he went 11-2. 11-2. The Eagles had the first seed already sewn up. All Nick Foles had to do was not screw it up.
Manage. That's it.
And that's exactly what he did. 11-2. 11-2. In Indianapolis, he was 9-8. He had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's not bad.
Man, that's what I'm saying. We think he did well that year.
Right. So I agree mentally. Who's the head coach? That's another thing. Look at offensive players that are being successful, like quarterbacks. They have offensive coach there. Whether it's the OC or the head coach's offensive mindset. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. That's a perfect combination. Brian Dable and Daniel Jones last year. He minimized the turnovers. Hell, got Daniel Jones paid. Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, who Doug Peterson worked under Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I felt like they did him wrong. So, as soon as they let him go, I'm like, it wasn't even typically, I don't know, but they let him go for Matt Ryan. I mean, that was even
So-
the more insult to,
We couldn't believe it.
All right, and then this is just part of the little game. I got this chart from NFL on CBS. So how it works is I'm basically going to show the chart, and then we're going to go line by line, and I'm going to ask a question, and you have to, the hand raise sign on Zoom, like how to raise your hand like this. The
Whoa.
person who does it first answers the question, and they get a point. Okay. All right, so it's a chart. It might look a little confusing. I'll explain it, okay? So this is the first one, right?
Hey,
So
hey, let me get to my hand raising.
I know,
okay.
right?
So you see there's Alabama, Kansas City, and then you have 5 interceptions in a season, and you have Broncos, Dolphins, and then Steelers. So I'm gonna ask, name a player who played for both the Alabama and the Broncos, right? Or then Alabama and Miami, then Alabama and the Steelers. So wherever they meet is you have to name a player, right? So the first one is name a player who played for Alabama and the Denver Broncos. Frank.
Jerry Judy.
Yeah, he did. I have answers like written down of like all the names. So yes. All right. Next, name a player who played at Alabama and Miami. June, what is that? That's not the hand raise.
I know. I was just surprised that he got it right, so I'll put it.
Oh,
Tua. Let's go.
Tua. Okay.
I wasn't
Frank
even
got
ready.
two.
We weren't ready. Frank looked it up really fast. While was that the
He
decoy?
did.
Was that like
All right.
planned to?
Next one.
Burrito.
Name a player who played for the Steelers and Alabama. Well, Frank, you got to give them a chance because they're on their phones. You could click it. They got to go click more.
Well,
all
he
that
left. He
stuff.
left his hand up the whole time.
I took it down. Don't be a hater your whole life.
I'm just saying. I was watching it too. I was like watching that.
So we're gonna have June. We'll say June.
What was that? I'm sorry.
The Steelers and
Okay.
Alabama. Name a player who played for Alabama and the Steelers.
Antonio Holmes.
He did. He went to Alabama.
Shit, I don't know. I'm thinking you knew.
I don't have his name written down on this list.
Oh, what is it?
No, he went to Ohio State. Frank. I can't hear you. Mute it.
You're on mute.
Najee.
Najee. You can also say Minka.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next. Name a player who played for both Kansas City and the Denver Broncos.
This is where you're gonna get me because I don't know.
Do y'all want a hint?
Russell,
Yes.
what?
Mm-mm.
You want a hint?
Yes.
His first name is one of our nicknames on this chat.
June.
This is the only one I could find.
Is he still playing?
The correct answer is Frank Clark.
That's technically
right.
his name.
Name
Right.
a player who played for Kansas City and Miami.
Tyree.
June.
Tyreek Hill. Let's go.
Nikki, you
Give him
gotta
my 10
raise your
points.
hand.
I
On the
couldn't.
Give him my
Zoom.
10 points.
You got it. I said it first
Nikki,
You
you
ain't
have
put your
to
hand
raise
up.
your hand.
Attention to detail,
Oh.
Chief.
for me.
Huh?
Go.
No, because the rules is raise your hand, Nikki. We gotta follow the rules. All
Yeah.
right.
I'm Fran tied.
I'm not
Next,
giving.
name a player who played for Kansas City and Pittsburgh. Frank.
Juju.
Juju.
I was.
All right. And then the last row. Name a player from the Broncos who had 5 interceptions in a season.
Oh, yeah.
June.
Talib. Forgot his last name.
Yeah, Talib.
Mm.
All
Me
right.
and Frank ended up
Name
tied. Let's
name
go.
a player from the Dolphins who's had 5 interceptions in a season. June.
Fitzpatrick.
Mink, yeah, he did. He played for Miami. That's facts. All right, and name a player who's had 5 interceptions in a season for Pittsburgh. Frank.
Minka.
Fitzpatrick.
Yo, what a cheater. He didn't even have his hand up. He didn't even have his
He
hand
did.
up.
He raised his hand.
If he
Dude,
lowered it, that mean it didn't count.
look, she
You
already
gotta
said
keep it up.
no. She said she called on me. That's it.
I didn't see the hand.
No,
up.
his hand was raised. You can see it in the top corner. All right.
Nikki didn't
Next
see it. I
one.
didn't see it either.
So we have same game, one more. Okay, different categories. Huh?
Go ahead.
You ready, Nikki? You gonna be raising your hand? All right. Last one. All right. So name a player who played for Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. June.
Connor.
See, I'm trying.
Okay. Name a player who played for Pittsburgh and the New York Jets.
Yeah.
June.
June is
I
cheating.
forgot. My bad.
Put your hand
I'll take
down.
it down.
For the Steelers.
I know, I said.
You-
That was tough. Any hints?
All right. So you, one person. So you gotta raise
They
your
were both these two players were big playmakers on the offense when they played for Pittsburgh. June.
Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell.
Mm.
Okay. Yep, Le'Veon Bell. You could also say Santonio Holmes, right? The first name you
That's
said.
right.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Santonio Holmes also went to the Jets after he won the Super Bowl in 2009. Okay. So we're gonna wait for Frank saying goodbye to Mama Nikki. Hi, Mama.
What up?
All right, Frank. June said Le'Veon Bell for
Yeah,
the Jets.
my bad.
No. You're fine, Frank.
Yeah,
June said Le'Veon Bell. I said you could also say Santonio Holmes.
yeah.
And then name a player who played for the Steelers and the Eagles.
No.
Damn it. I'm trying to find my reaction. Here it is.
My bad. Bree, she was telling me she saw a helmet for you, that she was thinking about getting you. And
Oh.
what was the question?
Name June. Put your hand down.
No, I already
June's
said
gonna
it.
answer it, but a player who played for Pittsburgh and the Eagles. June.
Miles Jack.
He didn't play.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He just signed a team and then it retired before he played. So that doesn't
He
count.
played in the preseason.
He didn't play a preseason game.
He did. He was suited up.
No, he wasn't.
I got pictures.
Okay. Name a player who played regular season football for the Steelers and the Eagles.
I don't know. Y'all got me beat. I don't know.
June.
He's the defensive and they're brothers now playing together.
What's his name?
That was a D.
It starts. No, it doesn't.
With a B, I said.
It doesn't start with a B or
It
D.
starts with one of them damn letters in the alphabet.
No, it doesn't.
And I forgot.
Anybody. Okay, June, put your hands down.
I was right though.
You could say Nate Herbig.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. Or you could say Michael Vick. Did y'all forget he played for the Eagles and the Steelers?
He did.
That's right, he did.
You gonna beat me here. I don't know. You gonna have
All
me?
right. We could skip the Pittsburgh one because I know y'all don't know college, so we'll go down to the bottom tier. Name a player who had 100 career passing touchdowns for the Cardinals.
Wow.
What a
Frank.
cheater.
Frank.
Kurt Warner.
My hand was
Kurt Warner.
up first,
No.
man.
All right, hands down. Name a player who had 100 career passing touchdowns for the Jets. It's gonna be old. June.
I know it's
June.
a quarterback. I forgot his name. I was thinking about it. Can't think of it. He's always on there talking that shit. Namath. Namath.
No.
Give him 10 points.
You said who?
His name, Namath, right? Am I right? What's his first name, Frank?
Oh yeah.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. My points, Bree. All 15 of them.
I'm looking it up because I don't have that written down, so I just want to make sure you're correct. Joe Namath?
Mhm.
Yeah. He had 170. Yeah, you're correct, June. You could have also said Chad Pennington.
Yup.
He looked.
Yeah. Now, name a quarterback from the Eagles who had 100 career passing touchdowns.
Come on, Frank. What the hell, dude?
McNabb.
McNabb.
June, get out of here, bro. You too slow.
Hey, he had that
I'm
hand up
surprised
from
no
the
one
previous.
said. I'm surprised no one said, "What's happening, Chief Randall Cunningham?"
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Cunningham.
I didn't even
I
think
was
about.
gonna say Randall.
Yep, you could have said Carson Wentz, Snead, Cunningham, Jaworski, or McNabb.
Jaworski, and that's crazy that you can name 5 quarterbacks for one franchise, but you probably can name 1 or 2 for the Jets. Pennington and Joe Namath. That's crazy. Crazy.
All right, and that is the end of the game. So now we have our tier, okay? So the tier that we're going to do is ranking NFL Super Bowl plays.
Did I win?
So the
Can
plays
you
that
tell America that I won?
Frank won with 7, June had
What
6.
a lie. You know
I
damn well that's a
swear.
lie. Come on, Bree.
And I took off. I
Like
didn't.
y'all were tied before the last one.
Yeah, because I took
Well,
off.
the first 3 questions, he had his hand up the whole time.
No,
he didn't.
I would take it down, put it up.
Dude, I
No.
realized that you
You
are a sore
one of
loser.
mine. I gave you one of mine.
Hold up. It ain't my fault.
I was gonna share a prize with you, Nikki. Not anymore. That didn't win.
A trackpad and a keyboard. You know what I'm saying? We've been recording for 3 years, bro. Step that game up, fam. Get what you got to get.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
guy. Hey,
All right.
hey, the hand gate, you know? You guys are good for that.
The hand gate. I like that.
So we're gonna do another tier ranking, and then we're gonna do NFL Super Bowl plays. Okay, we have 8 plays. Hold on, I gotta share my screen so I can get to the tier list. Share a screen. Junior, go put your hand down now.
My bad. I was trying to jump the gun there. I was practicing my hand speed.
All right, can y'all see my Tomlinism home screen?
Yes, we can see your home screen.
Okay, so we have just 3 tier groups:
Mhm.
iconic, mid, and boring. So I'm gonna ask about a Super Bowl play, and we're gonna see if it was iconic, mid, or boring. Okay. So the first one that we have is the New Orleans Saints onside kick to start the second half of the Super Bowl, February 7th, 2010. I know that
Mid.
was talked about a lot. I
You-
also say mid. Huh?
you asking me?
It's
I'm asking the whole group. Is it iconic or mid?
let's see the clip.
I'm gonna say iconic, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say iconic. Because what Sean Payton did was violate everything
So
about
we'll do this.
the orthodox rules of football, and he went for onside kick when nobody expected it. So it's iconic in a coaching sense more than anything.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was pretty iconic.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, you're taking a risk in the biggest game of the year.
Mhm.
All right. Nikki said, let's see the clip. We do not sponsor any ads, any commercials, anything on here.
He writes it.
Tonight's greatest plays.
The onside kick, boys.
So the Saints will kick it away, beginning the second half, trailing 10-6. Thomas Morstead steps into the football, and it's an onside kick. And it's going to be covered up by Chris Reese, I believe.
I'm watching for the kickoff. I don't see it going into the end zone.
That was the onside kick.
That's what started. That's when onside
So where are we
kick
putting it?
came a thing.
No.
No. It was just not the beginning of the second half of the Super Bowl. You usually do an onside kick, like you're like
and-
the last kick, huh?
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah,
Mhm.
did it like on the second
And
half.
nobody expected it.
Correct. He took a chance, and because he took a
And,
chance,
and the Colts were up 10-6 at halftime.
At halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Iconic, right?
Rule that you couldn't do it like that no more.
no. There are no rules to it. It's just
Mhm.
not ethic. You know, it's not ethical.
Wow.
So we put that baby in iconic. Next, we have James Harrison, 100-yard interception return for a touchdown in Super Bowl February 1st, 2009. Kurt Warner was the quarterback, and he was intending to throw the ball to Larry Fitzgerald at the 4-yard line. They were about to score right before halftime, and it was picked off by James Harrison. He ran it back for a 100-yard interception, longest interception return in Super Bowl history, and he passed out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You said clip, Nikki? Roll the clip.
On the clip.
Okay, let's roll the clip. Do not sponsor
Bug spray
any of
works
these
best
ads.
when your family
We're
actually
not
wears it.
copywriting anything in these
Get
ads.
odor-free 8-hour
Gotta say
protection
that,
from
even though I
mosquitoes
say
and
it out
ticks
loud.
without
So
the
your
ick.
video don't
Zevo
get-
on body repellent.
get
People
flagged.
love it. Bugs hate it.
Roll the clip. Ball's at 2-yard line.
He's got Bolden and Fitzgerald to the left. He's got Breaston to the right. 18 seconds.
They can pick down here.
From the gun, Steelers show blitz. Here they come. He gets it away, and it's picked off at the goal line. There's a flag thrown on the run back. James Harrison to run it back, and Harrison is past midfield. Harrison going down the sideline. Harrison still on his feet. Harrison is going to go all the way and waiting for the official to get
he
there.
passed out.
Touchdown is signaled. A flag is down on the run back at the 9-yard line.
Huh? The flag was on the Cardinals, so the touchdown stayed the same. He passed out, and everybody was celebrating and didn't realize that James Harrison was passed out in the end zone still. And then they realized like 5 minutes later. Huh?
So what makes it iconic isn't the pick. It was him being passed out and nobody being
But it's also the longest pick six in Super Bowl history too, by a defensive lineman.
That's
So
what
what voted?
defensive lineman.
Hmm.
And he literally took a ball from one end zone to the other. And I watched it too, so it was pretty cool.
I say icon. June.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty iconic. I think that's super dope, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Nikki.
Yeah, I thought it was iconic. But for me, it's iconic because he passed out and nobody even knew it.
Okay. Next we have. I was I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait to say everybody else. Okay. David Tyree makes the most unbelievable catch in the Super Bowl. Frank, you know what I'm talking about?
Roll the clip.
The helmet catch.
The helmet catch.
What?
Roll the clip for Nikki. Roll the clip.
You know, I still can't watch that to this day.
The helmet catch.
Yep.
Gonna need more Tide?
I say this is iconic. I say this is like top 3 iconic Super Bowl plays.
Now there's 85% more Tide in every Power Pod.
Okay.
3rd down and 5.
Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree. Inside the 25 and a timeout taken.
Oh my God. This ball's thrown and Tyree just goes up for it like a basketball player. Harrison trying to knock it down. And Eli, man, I don't know how he got out of there. I thought he was on the ground and then he came out of the pile and just slings it.
He caught it on the side of his helmet.
That's a great catch by David Tyree.
And now with 59.
Can you still see my screen?
Hmm?
All right. So where do we rank the helmet catch?
What's the second one?
Mid. Like it's mid. Is medium.
It's mid for me.
Nikki says mid. June.
I agree. It was pretty mid. I wasn't really too wild. I mean, it takes a lot of skill and a lot of concentration. So
To catch it off your helmet.
I'll tell you what, I think it's pretty iconic. It took away one of the Super Bowls for Brady. Super iconic, and it takes a lot of skill and concentration. So I take that back. It was pretty. It's pretty iconic.
So you say the catch is mid though. You think it's iconic because it took away the Super Bowl for Brady, but what about the catch?
No, I think the catch is it was pretty iconic too. I mean, it takes a lot of skill to do something like that, you know? I mean, I couldn't do something like that. I mean, I probably could. I'll take that back.
Frank?
Mid.
Boring. Nah. It was iconic. Look, that catch was the catch that changed everything. It kept the 72 Dolphins, whatever 70 Dolphins, still undefeated to this day. It took away Brady and the Patriots' perfect season. It took one of his rings away. It gave Manning his first taste of the Super Bowl. So that whole that right there is iconic because of what it did for that team, the impact it had on the opposite team, and everything to it. Now, if it was a regular season game and he did a catch like that, would nobody be talking about it. But because it was Super Bowl and it ended the Patriots' perfect season, it's iconic.
Mid.
All right. Next, we have the Philly Special.
Oh, that was iconic.
I bet you
Should I roll the clip? Roll the clip?
Roll the clip. I saw that one though. Now you got the roll all of them. What you said, Francisco?
I said, yeah, I would say it's iconic.
That one was a good one though.
The Philly Special that was a good one.
I thought that catch was mid, but y'all.
I mean, the catch itself, like I said, if it was a regular season catch, nobody be talking about it.
Norwegian bound, but we get into a dumb argument.
Yeah,
Our
but
guide
that's-
saves the
But
day,
because it was in a
whispering from
Super
behind
Bowl.
a troll statue.
Don't
Not-
fight. You're missing the view.
One app, over 300,000 experiences you'll remember. Do more with Viator.
Well, since we do
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Philly Special. Ready? Here we go. Tonight! Easy! Kill! Lane! Let's go!
Yeah, we're watching the Philly Special.
Oh, my bad. I thought everybody just froze.
No,
What is
no, we're watching the Philly Special. Oh, Philly Special. Where do we rank the Philly Special? Huh?
iconic?
Iconic. Frank?
So, to me, it's only iconic because of where it came in and when they did it, Super Bowl. The play itself is mid, but the timing and how they did it and when they did it in the Super Bowl, it's iconic. It changed the game.
I agree.
You got to give it iconic because of the impact to the game. But if you would did again, If you did in the regular season, which other teams have done it now, it's a mid-play. But it came against the Patriots in the Super Bowl and got the Eagles their first ring. So guess what? It's iconic. So let's give credit what credit's due. I'm just going to keep drinking because clearly this is...
Oh, it won't let me add this image. I don't know why.
Come against the greatest team ever.
All right, so Philly Special is iconic. It won't let me add it. I think the picture I saved, it won't let me add it. The type of picture I saved. All right, next.
I think it's extremely iconic. It's not just iconic.
June, it was iconic because it was in a Super Bowl.
No. Hey, remember, we're talking Super Bowl iconic, mid, or boring.
Okay, let's go.
So
let's go.
Iconic.
Yeah, we said it, but it won't. I think the picture I saved for Philly Special, it won't let me add it.
Just
It's
put a
saying
Super Bowl 52
error.
trophy on there.
Could not course an image to class. I guess the whatever photo I saved, it can't add. All right. Next we have Julian Edelman's catch during the Super Bowl.
51. Iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic.
51. Nikki?
You ain't gotta play that. He caught
Yeah,
that.
but no, I am, but she gotta say it, Frank.
Oh, that shit was between two defenders and the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. In the Super Bowl, the first game to go into overtime. Let's not play with it. Let's not play with it.
Is Nikki back yet?
No, she's still. I don't know what she's doing.
All right, so we're gonna roll the clip. Oh, that's what I was waiting for. Is June back?
Yeah, June's there. He's there.
Okay, can you see my screen, June? Hello?
June's muted.
Hey, my bad. I thought I was good.
Can you see the screen?
What is it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Julian Edelman's catch during the Super Bowl against Atlanta. Nikki, you gotta say the words.
Roll the clip.
There we go.
You know
We
that
do not
feeling of having
sponsor
to
this
rewash
Cascade
dishes
ad
that didn't
at
get
all.
cleaned? I don't.
New Cascade Platinum Plus with double the Dawn grease fighting power and double the scrubbing power for a no rewash clean and a cabinet ready shine. Upgrade to new Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
Here's Edelman broken up, and the pass is...
Sorry, let me go ahead and start it over.
Here's Edelman broken up, and the pass is no sign yet. Edelman comes down with a football, and they're saying it's a catch. And we'll get another look at this. Alford knocked it up into the air, and let's see who comes down with it. Oh, that's a catch.
That is beautiful.
That's incredible. That's amazing concentration by Julian Edelman to be able to make a play on that.
Is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. We'll review the play.
The ball was resting on the arm of Ricardo Allen, and Edelman able to re-grab it before he hits the ground. I checked with Mike Pereira in our booth. He thinks it's a catch, and the play's being challenged by Atlanta. And it should have been an interception by Robert Alford. I mean, he makes a play.
That's a mid.
What?
Where do we rank the Julian Edelman?
You said that's
Can y'all
mid?
hear me?
You doing
That's a mid.
You're doing it on purpose. I can see your face, and you're doing it on purpose. That's iconic. That's better than the fucking Philly Special. That's better than the stupid helmet catch. That motherfucker caught that shit between 3 defenders, and the ball never even touched the floor, and he had total control. And it led
Shit's boring as hell.
in Super Bowl.
It's mid to boring.
Oh, y'all some
Thank
haters.
you.
Hey, give it mid. Give it mid. You know why? Because fucking Nick Foles catching the ball that was thrown in front of him is iconic. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, that the best Super Bowl quarterback couldn't do.
Now I would give it out of that game iconic
They threw
because
a pass over his head. They threw the shit in front of him. It's 2 different catches.
We proved it.
Whatever.
Do
Hey,
it.
y'all can give it mid. I'm good with it. I know what that shit is. Compared.
what you thought it was?
Listen, Nikki, just keep eating. Be quiet.
Bree,
Okay. Huh?
what you thought it was?
It's in between iconic and mid.
It's mid at best.
At best. Okay.
Okay. The
Right.
next one we have is Tracy Porter's pick 6 for the that gives the Saints their Super Bowl victory.
I'm about to bring the beat in.
Nah, that's mid. I know it. It's mid.
It's mid, but it's a play that people talk about.
He
you know?
jumped.
No, roll
Wrong.
the clip.
He
Roll the
jumped.
clip.
So hold on. Let me go back. That helmet.
Cracked lips? Burt's Bees Lip
Your
Balm
nose was
moisturizes for 12 hours. Made with responsibly sourced.
Picked off. Look out. Gets past Manning, and it's Tracy Porter taking it all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I can't hear.
That sealed the win for them, but that was mid.
I ain't
Yeah.
seen
It was a pick 6.
boring. See, let me
I
tell
think-
y'all what the issue.
Oh, I can't add this picture either, so it's okay. I guess whatever where I was saving these pictures from Google Images, whatever site I was on for those two, it wouldn't save. All right. Next we have. Sorry.
Now,
Next
Yeah.
we have Santonio Holmes catch and a game-winning touchdown.
That was like-
Steelers versus Arizona.
That was iconic.
Nikki,
roll the clip.
what'd you say, Frank?
I would say it was,
He just talking now.
no.
Santonio Holmes Super Bowl catch is the
Yeah.
reason that it's called the Tony Toe Tap.
Josh
Hold on,
outside.
let me set it over. Are you watching, Nikki?
Yes, ma'am.
Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time. Throws to the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Holmes.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. The official comes in. Let's just make sure he's in on a play like this. Obviously, they will take a long look upstairs. Ben to the corner of the end zone. Does he get both feet down? Left, definitely. Did the right tap as well with control. You have
Great
to have control of
throw by
both feet
Ben.
down.
I say yes.
I
I say
do too.
both feet in, both feet down, and control of the ball.
Amazing. 3 Cardinals are there. You've got 3 guys.
Yeah, but he had it on the other side on the play before, though.
Right, the right foot is coming up, but it's down on the ground. Is it down on the ground?
both
Does he
feet toe
toe tap
tapped.
it?
Yeah, it's like in the end zone.
And 34 seconds left. Cardinals, Cardinals had the ball fumbled. Defense recovered. Steelers won a Super Bowl with 15 seconds left of the game.
That was Big Ben's what? First Super Bowl?
That was his second.
Second. Okay. Yeah, that was iconic. That shit was over 3 defenders in the end of the end zone in a corner. He had about 6 inches of space between his feet and the white line.
Tony Toe Tap.
And he controlled the ball, maintained control as he went to the ground. The ball didn't even touch the ground. The ball didn't even move. Oh, shit.
I say icon as well. June?
Yeah, definitely iconic.
Nikki?
I give it mid.
What?
So iconic.
I'm a hard critic.
You are.
Oh, I can't add the image either. But that's all of our picks for the Super Bowl plays that we have. I'll save it and get more images for and save the tier list so we can go back at the end of the season and review the tiers that we had. Oh, my mom just sent me the.
But look, I guess this is the good question, right? The good question is, are y'all rating the play on when or why or how it changed the dynamic of the game? Or y'all actually just rating the play? Because I'm rating the play. Right? And
yeah, that play was I think I was rating the play as well for all of them, especially why I say that the helmet catch was iconic, because who is gonna secure the ball while you have 2 defenders tackling you, and your helmet's already slippery, the Tony Toe Tap, right, that's iconic as hell. The pick 6 from a defensive lineman, 100-yard touchdown. That's iconic. Where do you see defensive men running 100 yards for a pick 6?
I gave it.
Yeah, so I'm rating the plays and stuff as well.
Yeah,
the
but
onside kick. I like. Oh, go ahead, Nikki.
There have been plays where somebody caught the ball and pinned it to their thigh. Like there's been other plays that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if, to me, it's easier to pin something over than under. So I don't know.
But I think those plays are also iconic because it changed the dynamic of the game.
Right. Well. So you're not rating just the play, you're rating how the play affected the game.
But right. I think so I picked 8 out of the top 25 because even though it's just a play, those are the certain plays that change the dynamic of the game.
For me, when you look at these plays, right, the James Harrison touchdown return, that was big at the half. It some people would say it changed the trajectory of the game. Eli Manning escaping the pocket and throwing a pass down the field that he shouldn't have even got.
That was iconic on that play to me.
Tyreek, and he held on to it with Rodney Harrison, who at the time was one of the best safeties in the league, was big, because if it wasn't for that play, the Giants wouldn't win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's that. The Philly special didn't really have an impact on the game. It was at the half, right, June? It was still early in the game enough to where the Patriots could have did better. That Eagles win in that Super Bowl was so crazy to me, right? Because Brady threw for 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. And if you just pull the stats up and you say Brady throws for 500 yards and 3 touchdowns in a game, he's winning. And he didn't win because the defense couldn't stop the Eagles and what they were doing. And it was like, it was crazy. And if it wasn't for your boy, what's the dude that had the strip sack fumble on Brady that basically stopped the whole drive?
Graham.
Really?
Graham.
Yeah. That's what changed the game.
He's a product of Florida State.
Yeah, that's what changed the game, because if you watch or you listen to the interviews or watch the clips, the players themselves said that when Brady was driving that drive and he was moving the ball downfield, they was nervous that he was going to score because they didn't want to count him out, because Just the year previously, he was down 28-3 and came back to win. So if it wasn't for the strip sack fumble had more impact on that game than the Philly. But I gave it iconic because it stopped the Patriots from winning back-to-back Super Bowls since 2004. You know what I'm saying? To me, the Edelman catch is iconic because he did it on 3 defenders, which led to the biggest comeback in the Super Bowl game, being down 28-3. They went into the half.
I'm happy you said that. So I think the Falcons losing with the thingy made that game iconic. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think the game was iconic, but for different reasons. Like, you were winning 25-3 or 28-3. That's what made that game iconic for me, right? And nothing against the catch, but the catch was just it was a good catch.
That's not.
But hold on. I'm not trying to downplay. I'm just giving reasons, right? And then the Philly special, what makes that play for me iconic is because whatever time before that, Brady tried to do a play like such and he dropped the ball with no defenders on him.
Yeah,
and then
throwing a different catch.
Hold on.
You can't compare the two. That's the problem that I have with that catch, right? Because for Brady, the catch that they threw for Brady, which they should have never thrown, I'm not gonna hold you on that. That was stupid on their part. Stupid, okay? It was for a receiver to catch, not a fucking quarterback. The Philly special, I'm gonna tell you what. If me and you was in the field right now and we was throwing the ball, and I throw a ball in front of you in your breadbasket, it should be easier to catch than me throw a ball over your head where you gotta put out your hands to catch it, right? Especially when you're not a receiver. That's the only reason I say it's nothing crazy to me because they put the ball in his numbers. He should have caught it.
Brady, he missed it. No, look at the play. Nobody.
Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. What you said now? No, I couldn't. What'd you say?
I said, they did the same thing for Brady. They threw it. No defenders were on him. He dropped the ball. He didn't catch it.
No, they didn't throw it in the same way, bro. Like, come on, fam. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it realistically. June knows this, and if June lies about this, we're going to have beef.
There's no lie.
Oh, thrown in front of him. Nick Foles literally ran the route, turned around, and the ball was thrown to him.
Ball was snapped to the center, kept the ball and threw it to him.
He caught it in front of him.
And then what
isn't that? Brady's pass was overthrown, and he had to reach out to get it.
No.
Yes, it was. How you gonna tell me?
I'm about to go watch it because I don't remember.
The end of the day, you can slice it and dice it how you want. A pass thrown in front of you where you turn around and hit your numbers, it's an easier catch to catch than a pass thrown over your head that you got to put your arms out to catch. Come on, fam.
No.
Okay.
Who was the person in the ball to Brady in that play? Hold on. No, hold on. I really want to know. Who was the person that threw the ball to Brady in that play?
I don't know, bro. I don't remember. It was.
I believe that person, as they said, he used to be a quarterback in college, right? Check. Now, hold on. Right. So my thing was the Philly special. It was never supposed to be a part of that game. So when Nick Foles went to the question, it wasn't supposed to be.
June, you're breaking up.
And for the fact that it was. Hold on. Let me put my camera off. I'm in this back row.
The reason it makes it iconic is because it was in the Super Bowl and got it. It's just like the onside kick, right? The onside kick at the second quarter, whatever it was in the first half, it's only iconic because it was a risk that Sean Payton took in the Super Bowl. If he would have did that in a regular season game or even a playoff game of like a round one or wild card, nobody cares. But it was because it was the Super Bowl. That's what makes all these plays iconic. That's what makes them all iconic.
No.
Hold it up.
No, you're right. But
wide open pass, play attempt. All right.
Yeah. So what are you saying, Nikki?
It was overthrown. No, it wasn't. Brady just didn't finish running his route.
Yeah. Again, look, I'm watching it right now. That's not for a quarterback to catch unless Edelman's different. Edelman's a quarterback turned receiver. That's very different. When you're a receiver and you're used to catching balls, that's different. Now, tell me if you throw the ball in front of him, he's going to catch it. That's all I'm saying. I gave it iconic.
Trap House Sports did say that Brady runs slow, like he got ankle weight to touch his cleat.
That was what made it wrong. Brady didn't finish running.
No, but
Nobody was
Brady runs slow, but also
that's not. If I'm gonna do for Brady a pass like that, I'm gonna do what they did for Nick Foles: run the route and throw it in front of him. I'm not.
The better team had the better trick. That's what made it iconic. Whoa, the same trick that was supposed to go, Brady dropped it. He fumbled it. Call it what it is, man. It's all right. It's an iconic play, and we said it. We're moving on.
No, and I gave it iconic because look, listen, Linda, listen. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck, okay? Let's keep it on. Let's be completely 100. Eli Manning's getting into the Super Bowl, into the Hall of Fame, because he beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. Because he beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. Let me say that again. He beat the Patriots. He was that quarterback that beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. The first Super Bowl, the defense held Brady to 19 points. Nobody that season held the Patriots to 19 points.
America, sorry. We got Frank on his top.
I'm tired of people making it seem like
America.
Great. Look, Nick Foles got the props he got because he came in late in the season, and who he beat in the Super Bowl? Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. When really Doug Peterson was in Belichick's head the whole time. Doug
same play that because it was the hold on, okay. It's all right, America. We understand. You know how Frank gets when you know. No,
because let's call it what it is. If we look up Nick Foles' numbers in the Super Bowl versus Brady's numbers as quarterback,
hold on. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he caught a touchdown.
Listen.
Which was cool. Now, if Tom Brady would have caught that damn touchdown,
brought it up, Frank. You brought it
up. Hold on. If Tom Brady would have caught that damn touchdown with those stats, he would have been all right. But he didn't.
June,
Nick Foles. Nick Foles did what Tom Brady couldn't do.
I can't. How did you find the Super Bowl numbers? I'm trying to find them right now.
No need to find them. America, we're so sorry. This is iconic plays. Frank, I'm talking to the American people.
Yo, he wouldn't be talking this.
I'm talking to the American people. American people, I'm so sorry. We're talking about iconic plays, but you know how Frank get when we talk about.
No, that has nothing to do with Brady.
So, I do apologize, America.
So come on now. Let's be real. We all watch football here, and we all know what that meant. If that shit was another play, so, okay, let me ask you a question. Can I ask a question then to you three? If they never win the Super Bowl.
Just been sitting there, she ain't saying nothing.
No, my mom sent me Cardi B posted on her Instagram story. Look at a hot mess, like she just got out of bed. And Cardi B said, "Whew, that hurricane woke me up." I mean that earthquake woke me up. It was a 5.1 magnitude.
I posted
my mom
that
sent
link
me
on
the same article, 5.1 magnitude. Now my dad didn't call me 4 times, I'm like, I'm recording a podcast, I'm safe, okay? I'm good.
Did you see the link that I posted on chat?
Yeah, the 5.1 magnitude. My mom sent me the same link, June.
Yeah.
All right, let's close it up.
All right, I'll go first. Always a pleasure doing this. I'm gonna have some more topics and games. I like that game, so I'm gonna find more on CBS so we can do at least 2 or 3 every single week. I think that's pretty fun to do. Got 1 game today, 1 game tomorrow to close out week 2. Week 3 starts on Thursday. Another week closer to the regular season, another week closer to Nikki's pinning, another week closer to Frank's retirement. I want to wish Nikki a successful Chiefs season starting tomorrow. Stay strong, be positive. We support you. And just have the time of your life. Make sure you guys drink water, hydrate, work out, and stay safe. I'm in the middle of a hurricane and an earthquake at the same time. So I'm about to sleep good. And I'm done.
America. I'm so sorry that y'all had to hear, Frank cry about the Patriots.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm about to mute you.
Frank, it's my turn. Golly. If it was you, say nothing.
Hey, June, I remember all this.
I gotta start over. All right, I'm very sorry that you had to start. All jokes aside, look, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay safe. Y'all pray. Stay prayed up. It's going to be the beginning of the end of my life tomorrow. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to come back on here. Y'all, look, I'm not gonna miss, but I'm going to miss most of our recording. My only free day in quotations will be Sunday, so I'll get to watch some games, but I won't be able to record. But listen, know I am here in spirit. And when Frank or June, maybe sometime Bree talk they foolishness, know that I'm gonna listen and I'll come back and answer when I come back in October. Woo! All right, y'all. Y'all stay blessed.
June?
Hey, I just hey, it was another great week. I'm super excited for this week for a lot of folks, especially Nikki, Chief. Hey, another like Bree said, another week down, another week closer to many of the milestones and events in the near future. Stay safe, stay hydrated in this crazy heat. Bree, stay safe out there. You sure bringing a lot of ruckus to the California area. And Frank, last but not least, you gotta look up Frank. Philly.
Listen, I'm glad you said that. So that's a good segue for me. Look, America and our fans, how can I say? It's another great week. Another proof point that some of these players will be nobodies unless they beat great teams. And Eli and Nick Foles did do that. They beat the greatest team, at least from the 2000s on until Brady left the team. One of the greatest dynasties ever, 6 rings, amount of AFC championships. The Jags, they tried it. They lost. I think they were last time.
Cheated. We were cheated.
To the AFC Championship, and I think they let Amendola catch a pass.
No, first of all, Miles Jack was not down, and them motherfuckers are lying. But
Okay, listen, America. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Have a good one.